All right. Hi there. I am Lori Biffarella, president of New York State AHPERD, and I'm here today with Darren Phillips, who is the New York State AHPERD section president for the COA section. Yes, the COA section is an important section for New York State AHPERD. It is the Council of Administrators. And I just want to be very honest here, Darren. When I first sat at the executive council table and people were talking about the COA section and the COA conference, there was a whole lot I didn't understand. But as I've spent time with New York State AHPERD, I realize it's a really important section for our New York State AHPERD members who are administrators. So first things first, Aaron, I was wondering, would you like to talk about, advocacy in the Council of Administrators?
Sure. First, I just want to let everybody know that the COA is comprised of directors, coordinators, department chairs of physical education and health, and that's what our organization does. Our membership. Our goal is to continue to promote and advocate for phys ed and health throughout New York State, and we want to make sure that we are advocating when any kind of new legislation might be coming down from state ed that may affect us in a negative way. So we want to make sure that we are uh, staying where we're at as far as continuing to provide the best physical education and health programs in the country. Um, and that's one of our main objectives, is to keep advocating and making sure phys ed and health stay at the forefront.
I think that's important too, because when people think about, health and physical education, sometimes they just think of sport. And it's I like how our administrators do have a focus on keeping health and physical education relevant in across the state education department. I hear that the COA has a new project that they're looking to build, and I'm going to give it my own title, the COA Outreach Tour. And I love this idea because it's going to put you face to face with administrators across the state. You want to tell us a little more about that?
Yes, yes. Our executive board, we were trying to brainstorm ideas about how we can engage more members or non-members to come to the conference or get involved with the COA. And a lot of times emails kind of go by the wayside, and so we wanted to add a personal touch to this. So we're going to divide up the different sections throughout the state and actually have a social in person with teachers, directors, wannabe directors, so we can talk about the COA. You can put a face to the name. You can hear about the things we want to do in the future, and really just connect and make it kind of a little tour where you get to know a little more about us and the COA and what our goals are. And we have a back and forth kind of meet and greet, and we have a beer and some snacks or a drink, and just really just make it a fun event. And so that is something I think we're looking forward to, getting out across the state and meeting new people and new phys ed teachers, health teachers, and just talk about what we're trying to do. So I'm really excited about that.
I think that's a great opportunity for people who were like me back in the day that didn't understand a lot about COA to really, get to see it firsthand, ask questions, and learn the people, behind the magic here, which is kind of cool. So one thing that I do know is I did hear administrators sometimes is a very lonely position, and you deal with very unique, essential elements throughout your job. Can you tell us what you're doing as a section to help administrators, travel that path?
Sure. I mean, one of the big things we wanted to do is have a great conference, and we want to provide professional development and provide opportunities for administrators to get better at their job. Unless you sit in this seat, I think it's one of the hardest administrative jobs that are in the district, and you can't even really explain it to people until you're actually doing the job. But for those who are doing it, we want to provide resources and share documents and presentations that will help you with your phys ed and health programs. It's all about trying to get better, keep striving to be the best you can be. Um, and we just hope we have a couple great speakers we're looking to line up and some presentations, as well as representatives from New York State Ed to give us some updates on phys ed and health updates. And we're looking to build a great conference, and hopefully we get a big turnout this year. And again, it's all about trying to be the best you can be.
That's awesome. I want to share a little quote with you from Henry Ford. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. And I know that the COA section, Darren and all of the members across the state, the representatives across the state, have been working together to try to provide you the best possible professional development opportunity this fall, right there in Turning Stone, Verona, New York. We hope to see you there. So, Darren, thank you again for your time. And once more, if you have any, if you want more details on anything that Darren's been talking about, click on the PDF and we'll share it all with you there. So, happy June to all, and thank you again.